I'm Vic Myers. Welcome to the Resistance. On Tyranny. By now, I'm sure you've probably seen a video with somebody saying you should read this book. I got the audio version. It's got an extended edition on it. Talks a lot more about Ukraine and stuff. I also recommend that y'all read that or do what I did and listen to it. Anyway, in chapter 4 or lesson number 4 of On Tyranny, Timothy Snyder talks about how in 1930s era Soviet Union, they went after the farmers. They wanted to take over and collectivize all the farms. Kind of like Felon 47 and the oligarchs want to make all of our family farms into corporate farms, right? So in order to pull this off, in order to do this with the acquiescence of the people, what they did was the tyrants started calling the farmers pigs, started deriding them. And that way, when the government came after the farms, nobody cared because those are just pigs, right? They dehumanized them. In chapter or lesson number 10, practice corporeal politics. He says power wants us to be isolated from others. Don't self-isolate. Be in unfamiliar places and meet unfamiliar people. Be a part of community. Lesson number 11, make eye contact and small talk, not about politeness. Staying in touch with your surroundings, breaking down social barriers, understand who you can trust without assuming who you can't. I added that last part. So I'm bringing up those 3 lessons of On Tyranny because to me, when you put those 3 together, it all speaks to community. And I've been thinking about that lately because, well, there's this guy named Skylar Holden. He's a farmer. He put out a video a few days back and it's garnered a lot of attention. He's gone viral because he was talking about how he had these programs, he made these contracts with the government, and now all of a sudden the contracts aren't any good. And he's catching a lot of heat. A lot of people are in the FAFO crowd. They're like, you're getting what you deserve, et cetera, et cetera. And I've been encouraging, just like Will and a few other people have been encouraging people to not be like that. And if you think about what I just read to you from On Tyranny, well, there's a really good reason not to be like that because we need to practice community. And if you go and you watch Skylar's subsequent videos, then you realize that he is not the MAGA that he's being portrayed to be. And he's highlighting what's really wrong with what we on the left are doing. You see, we like to say that the difference between us and the MAGAs are that we have empathy and they don't. I think a lot of people are confusing empathy and sympathy because empathy is a skill and you have to work to practice and hone that skill. I know because when I worked in the prisons for 17 years, and most of it as a case manager, I put a lot of effort into honing my skill of empathy. What empathy is you have to be able to take your personal beliefs, your opinions, your feelings about something, and completely and totally set them aside. That's not easy to do, especially when you feel very strongly about something. But you have to set them aside, and then, and only after you've done that, can you try to learn the viewpoint of somebody else. That's what real empathy is. And I think if people would stop trying to tell Skylar what he should believe, or tell him what he actually does believe. I've seen that in some of the comments. You're a Democrat, you just don't know it. That's not the approach. Not if we're going to foster community. Because in order for Felon 47 and Muskrat and Project 2025 to succeed in what they're trying to do with tearing down our democracy, in order for them to be successful there, they have to destroy our community. And Skylar is part of our community. The guy in Denver who lives in the big city and doesn't know how to make biscuits and gravy, I was in Denver yesterday morning, he's part of my community. The person with darker skin than me is a part of my community. Person in the LGBTQ is a part of my community. Because as long as we are a part of the community, as long as we believe and hold on to our community, then the fascists can't win. So before you go mouthing off or criticizing or telling somebody what they think because they didn't vote like you did, stop and take a minute, learn what their point of view is, and remember that we all need to be in the same community to survive. Good day.